We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. And tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in prime time, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And able to get this out to the 25.
Ready? Cup 19! Cup 19! Come on, trap 60! Trap 60! 18 Cardinal, 18!
Right to the air is Willis. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook.
And it's picked up by the Ravens. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Dolphins, nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and now it's 3rd and 3. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
A gain of 6.
First catch there for Hill, and he's got a first down.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Willis to throw once more. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Look at this Baltimore defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Ready, ready.
2nd and 10.
Ready, ready. Bronco 80. Check go.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Go.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On the double. Rig alert, rig alert. Cowboy 80.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7. Willis looking to throw it. Well, he is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talked about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
18, pioneer.
Willis will look to throw it. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
19. Panther 11, Panther 11. 70 Lions, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Buffalo 18. Ready, ready.
They do go for it. Here's Willis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Willie Gay to want to get a hand on that throw. You talk about this Miami defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 3rd and 10.
It's hot! It's hot! You! 180! It's hot! Cut!
To the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
It's hot!
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 7.
180!
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 14-0. 14.
Dolphins nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
Absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Willis. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18, Pioneer. Cup 19, Cup 19.
To throw, here's Willis. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And 10 yards.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Get up. Dragon 6, 19 Lion.
Right back to the air again with Willis. And going deep for Hill. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now 2nd and 3. They'll go to Barkley again. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
180.
Up the middle with Barkley. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd down and 12. And now Jackson will look to throw it. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Andrews. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Third and 2.
Ready. Hey, report.
Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And he will have a Ravens 1st down, and it's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
On one, ready?
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2nd down and 4.
Hands up. Come on. 180. Middle.
Again, it's Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best 1st half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On fourth down, on is Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Ready, set.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Ready.
From the gun, here's Willis. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Pickup of 12 yards. Brings up 3rd and 6.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd.
Ready, ready. 70 Timberwolves. Ready, ready.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Buffalo 18. Let go.
Willis takes the snap. They're going for it. And he's caught. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Dolphins.
Now they'll change things up.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready.
Shotgun snap to Willis. A-chan hit and the ball is held. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Shut up.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that would cover beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Willis. Now he's going to step up and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Cowboy 80. Go.
Willis out of the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Back to throw, Willis. Tolbert hauls in the out route. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
Second and 3.
Ranger, 70 Ranger. Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther 11, 18, Pioneer. Ready.
To throw, here's Willis. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Tolbert as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
BC, ready?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Jackson now. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Real quick, ready?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And shedding through the tackle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And bulldozing his way through.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, They're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
No.
Jackson. Oh, poor throw there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Achane going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
And
now they'll shift things around.
Come on.
Here's Willis. This is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Dolphins 14. Matt Prater is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he'll look downfield for Waller. Across midfield. He's on his way. Unable to corral him. He fights through. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
19 Tiger, 70 Timberwolf. Go street.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
Here we go. Warriors, 70 Timber, 18, 5 in. Ready.
Willis out of the gun. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dolphins have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Prater for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Prater is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 9. Barkley inside handoff. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 70 yards rushing for him now to this point.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
Now it's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see Charles come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Jackson now off the bootleg. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, the tide definitely seems to be turning in this 3rd quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. 2-2 on road. 55 yards. And the Dolphins get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Prater is set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Come up. Return it. Return it.
They begin with a run by Barkley. 91 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Yo. Hey.
Now it's Jackson. This will be caught once again by Brown. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Brings up second and a yard.
Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. That would a first down pickup of 8. Jackson going to change things up a bit. It's Barkley on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw is Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That's another Baltimore first down. A gain of 15. First down, Ravens.
Throwing is Jackson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. At the 13-yard line.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
Hold on.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here.
And now they'll audible to something else.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Andrews. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Darren Waller, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready?
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that
one. And some room to work. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Dragon 60, 19 Lions.
Willis.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Hot 10-60.
Willis looking to throw it. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
19, 8, 70, 70. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 18, Pioneer.
Now this time, Willis throwing it. He's got his target. That's complete.
Off the right end for the Miami touchdown. Tutu Atwell, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They go play action with Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Baltimore first down.
Play action. Now Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Here's Jackson to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the great coach said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he is caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8. Jackson now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line.
Again, 22 yards.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
as the ball will be spotted first and goal at the 5-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
They'll run. H.M.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Cougar 19.
One more time with H.M.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Get it. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
18. 18, Pioneer. Warrior 70. Hey, smash.
Willis on third and goal.
And he's got it. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down.
A gain of 4 yards.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 4th and goal as they look to finish this one off. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the right hash and a bit of a tight angle. Prater's kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
This is 2nd and 8.
Jackson. fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
A 57-yard gain. First down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, and who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Second and goal from the 1. Jackson's going to try the sneak. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Third and goal, Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Prater on to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Dolphins 52, Ravens 25. Matt Prater is set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. On the return, not a great return. They'll start back around the 17.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for the Dolphins, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall.